Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 56. In this video, I will be explain chapter practice question MCQ type questions. So first I start chapter number first, some basic concept of the chemistry. So we have to start MCQ of this chapter. Question number first, which of the following statement is are incorrect? Incorrect. So first we have to see candela is the luminous intensity, right? And that emits monochromatic radiation of the frequency 542 into 10 to the power 12 hertz, right? Density of a substance, its amount present per unit volume, right? B, volume is denoted in decimeter cube units, correct? And then A, the weight of a substance can be determined very accurately by using an analytical balance. It is wrong, because by analytical balance we have no accurately calculate. Okay, so it is incorrect. Then question number second, which of the following option is not correct? So here you see 8008. So we have to convert decimal way. So 3 digit left hand side whenever going. So 1, 2, 3. Here you see 1, 2, 3. So into 10 to the power 3 multiply. Because left hand side we have to go. So 10 to the power positive power comes. And then right hand side goes, so minus power comes. Then 208 total fraction value 3. Significant figures 1, 2, 3, 3. Then 5000. So 1, 2, 3 digit left side. So 5.0 into 10 to the power 3. It is correct. Then this one 2.0034. So this is incorrect, because here written significant number 4. So it is incorrect. Then question number third, which of the following statement is are correct regarding significant figures? Correct way. All non-zero digits are significant. Wrong. Significant figures are meaningful digit. Wrong. 0 between two non-zero digits are significant. No. All of the above. Correct. That is means whenever like 503. So this is the consider way. Okay. So all non-zero digits are significant. Significant figures are meaningful digits, and 0 between two non-zero digits. So all three are correct statements regarding significant number. So option number D, all of the above. Then next question, which law states that if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other element are in the ratio of the small whole number? Which law states that if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, so mass of one element can combine with fixed mass of the other element? So which follow law? Multiple proportion, because two elements can combine to form more than one compound, so mass of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other element and are the ratio in the of the small whole number. So which law follow? Law of multiple proportion. Okay, law of multiple proportion. Then chapter number third, chapter practice question of the chapter number third, classification of the element. Question number first, according to the IUPAC, total number of groups and periods in the periodic table. Total groups of the periodic table. So total groups 18 and then period 7. Then question number second, outer electronic configuration of F block elements is. So F block elements configuration is N-2, F1 to 14, N-1, D0 to 1, NS2. Question number 3. What effect is observed on the size of an atom when an electron is removed and in another case an electron is added to the same atom? So which effect is observed? Whenever atom is removed, size of an atom, electron is removed. Electron is removed, that means size decrease. And another electron is added, that means size increase. So size decrease and increase respectively. Option B, correct. Question number 4. NS1 and NS2 outermost electronic configuration of S block elements, and they are all respective matters with NS2, NS1 and NS2 outermost electronic configuration of the S block elements, and they are all reactive matters. So NS1 and NS2, whenever electrons out, so here you see S block elements, they are all reactive elements, matters, so low ionization enthalpies. Option B, low ionization enthalpy. Question number 5. Which of the following groups of the elements have highly negative electron gain enthalpy? So group 16 and group 17. Group 16 oxygen family and group 17 of halogen family. So both are high electron gain enthalpy, high negative electron gain enthalpy. Question number 6. The given reaction X gas plus electron gaining convert into the X minus gas. So is the example of the, because electron gain, so electron gain enthalpy. Then question number 7. Which one of the following arrangements represent the correct order of electron gain enthalpy of the given atomic species? Which one of the following arrangement represents the correct order of electron gain enthalpies of the given atomic species? So which element? Halogen family 17 group, fluorine and chlorine, okay, then oxygen and then sulfur. So sulfur, then oxygen, then fluorine and then chlorine. It is a electron gain enthalpy sequence. Question number 8. The oxide formed by the element on extreme right and the left of the periodic table are generally. So right hand side and left hand side. So left hand side or right hand side. So right hand side acidic nature and then left hand side basic nature. Then next, chapter number 8. Chapter practice questions of chapter number 8, redox reaction. Question first. An element if present in the free or the uncombined state, each atom bears an oxidation number. If present in the free or uncombined state, so its each atom bears an oxidation number 0. Because uncombined state we have to represent, valency is 0. Question number 2. The algebraic sum of the oxidation number of all the atoms in a compound must be. Algebraic sum of the oxidation number of all the atoms in a compound must be +1, -1, 0 or none of these. So 0. Okay, because oxidation number sum, it is 0. Question number 3. From the given species such as lithium, potassium, calcium and sodium, which of the following is the strongest reducing agent? So lithium, because it is the main first element of the reducing way, so it is the strongest. Question number 4. Which of the best description of the behavior of bromine in the given equation? Water react with Br2, convert into the HBr and HOBr. Which is the best description of behavior of bromine in the given equation? So bromine react both, because here you see water combined with BH and then here also. So both oxidized and both reduced. So option number B, both oxidized and reduced. Then question number 5. Water molecule is formed by the reaction hydrogen react with O2, convert into the water. So what does happen in this reaction? Water molecule is formed by the reaction. So hydrogen react with oxygen, convert into the water. So what does happen in this reaction? First, electrons are transferred from hydrogen to oxygen atom. Electrons are transferred from oxygen to hydrogen atom. Electrons are accepted by hydrogen from oxygen atom, and electrons are donated by oxygen to hydrogen atom. So you already know about electron always, because oxygen is electronegative, so electron accept. Okay, so hydrogen transfer. Okay, so electrons are transferred from hydrogen to oxygen. Question number 6. Negative E standard potential. E negative means standard potential indicates that redox couple is first weaker reducing agent, then H plus H2 couple, stronger reducing agent, then H plus H2 couple. Negative E negative indicates that redox couple is stronger reducing agent, because reducing agent we have to indicate negative standard potential, so that is means stronger. Comparison then H plus H2 couple, standard hydrogen potential. Then question number 7. The rods of the transition metals such as copper and zinc where potential difference is generated are termed as. The rods of the transition metals such as copper and zinc where potential difference is generated. So copper and zinc we have to use as a metal way rod, so it is termed as a electrode. No cathode, no anode, none of these. So it is a electrodes. They are electrodes. Next question, chapter practice question of chapter number 9, hydrogen. Which of the following statements regarding protium, deuterium and tritium is not correct? So you already know about 1 ratio, 2 ratio and 3 ratio. Okay, of the mass ratio. So first is they are isotopes of hydrogen, correct. They have similar electronic configuration, correct, because the 3 of hydrogen isotopes. 4, their atomic mass are in the ratio of the 1 ratio 2 ratio 3, correct. C, they exist in the nature in the ratio of the 1 ratio 2 ratio 3, incorrect, because these are not ratio in present in the nature. Their atomic mass are in the ratio of the in the ratio of the 1 ratio 2 ratio 3. Okay. Then question number 2. The isotopes of hydrogen have the same electronic configuration and chemical properties, and the only difference is in their rate of the reaction, and it is mainly difference due to their different bond dissociation enthalpy, because isotopes of the hydrogen same electronic configuration and chemical properties. Same electronic configuration and chemical properties. So only difference is in their rate of the reaction. So reason, bond dissociation enthalpy, because different dissociation enthalpy, so their rates of the reaction also different. So C answer. Question number 3. Which of the following properties of dihydrogen is incorrect? First, dihydrogen is colorless, correct. Odorless, correct. Tasteless, correct. Combustible gas, correct. Lighter than air, correct. Soluble in water. So D option is incorrect, because dihydrogen insoluble, not a soluble. Okay, so option D incorrect. Question number 4. The chemical behavior and relative inertness of the dihydrogen at room temperature depends upon chemical behavior and relative inertness of the dihydrogen at room temperature depends upon. So I already say bond dissociation enthalpy. So here also hydrogen bond dissociation enthalpy, because chemical behavior depend on the bond dissociation enthalpy. Then question number 5. The major components of the water gas. Also we have to say synthesis and syngas, which is used for the synthesis of methanol, and a number of hydrocarbons are. So which major component of the water gas? Carbon monoxide and then hydrogen. Okay, carbon monoxide CO and then hydrogen H2. Okay. Then question number 6. The molecular mass, melting point and boiling point of water. So molecular mass of the water 18.0151 gram mole inverse, melting point 273 Kelvin temperature, and boiling point 373 Kelvin temperature. So option B answer. Okay, molecular mass, melting point and boiling point of the water. Then question number 7. Identify the structure of the water. So you already see that in the textbook. I already explained in my videos. Structure of the water this way, H2O. This is the bond angle 104.5 degree, and this is the bond length between oxygen and hydrogen 95.7 picometer. Okay. In the gaseous phase this structure present. Then question number 8. A water sample is said to contain permanent hardness. So water sample is said to contain permanent hardness if water contains sulfate and chlorides of the calcium and magnesium. Okay, permanent hardness due to the sulfate and then chlorides of calcium and magnesium. First option A is the answer. Question number 9. Which compound is formed when calcium carbide reacts with heavy water? So which compound is formed when calcium carbide that is means CaCa2, calcium carbide CaC2, this is the calcium carbide, react with heavy water D2O. So both are react, so here carbon and here deuterium both combined and then C2D2 compound are formed. Okay, so option D is correct. Question number 10. In nuclear reactors, ordinary water is not used as a moderator. Reason? Because ordinary water slow down. It cannot slow down the fast moving neutrons. It cannot remove the heat from the reactor core. It has corrosive action on the metallic parts of the nuclear reactor, and none of the above, because here no reason given. Okay, because here all our properties is radioactive, heavy water. Okay, so ordinary water is not used as a moderator. Clear? So answer D, none of the above. Next chapter practice question of the chapter number 10, S block. Question number 1. The low melting point of the alkali metals is due to the A. Weak metallic bonding, B. Presence of only one valence electron, C. Lower density, and D. Both A and B. So lower melting point of the alkali metal, reason a weak bond. Second, one valence electron present. Okay, so first and A and B both answer, so D number, both A and B. Then question number 2. The order of the decreasing ionization enthalpy in alkali metals. Order of the decreasing ionization enthalpy in alkali metal. So decreasing order. So in that is means lithium high, then sodium, then potassium and rubidium, because up to down we have to go. So ionization enthalpy decrease. Reason size increase. So lithium, then sodium, then potassium and rubidium. Okay, lithium have highest ionization enthalpy. Okay, so option number C. Question number 3. The low solubility of lithium fluoride and cesium iodide is due to low solubility of lithium fluoride and cesium iodide is due to? So high lattice enthalpy and then high hydration enthalpy. Option number C. High lattice enthalpy and then high hydration enthalpy. Question number 4. Sodium hydroxide is prepared by the sodium hydroxide, that means NaOH. Prepared by the electrolysis of the sodium chloride. An electron used as cathode electrode use mercury and anode used as carbon. Okay. Which electrode we have to use? Mercury cathode and carbon anode. Mercury cathode and carbon anode. So option number C. Then question number 5. Which of the following order is correct regarding the electropositive character of alkaline earth metal? So you already known about electropositive character of alkaline earth metal. Okay, so see this, because magnesium has high comparison than beryllium and also high comparison than calcium. Okay, then strontium and then radium. So option number A is correct. Then question number 6. Which of the following element does not form hydride by direct heating with dihydrogen? Which element does not form hydride? So all magnesium form, barium form, strontium form, but beryllium does not form because it is a initial way and high reactivity. Okay, so does not form hydride by direct heating with dihydrogen. So option A. Question number 7. Metals form basic hydroxide, but which following metal hydroxide is the least basic? So we already known about up to down we have to go basic nature increase. Okay, but magnesium is starting, so it is the least basic, magnesium hydroxide. So option number A. So option number A answer of this question. Question number 8. Metal carbonates decompose on heating to give metal oxide and then carbon dioxide. So which metal carbonate is most stable thermally? So up to down we have to go. So stability increase thermally. So okay, so barium is the last element. So barium compound is the most stable thermally. Question number 9. Dead burnt plaster. Dead burnt plaster, that is means water evaporate. So only for dry substance. So of calcium sulfate, CaSO4. So dead burnt plaster is calcium sulfate, CaSO4. CaSO4. Question number 10. Which of the following is not an important ingredient present in Portland cement? Not important, because here you see calcium silicate, Ca2SiO4 important, Ca3SiO3 it is important, it is also silicate way, calcium aluminate, Ca3Al2O6. So there are 3 important ingredients present in Portland cement, but calcium phosphate it is not important. So option D. Okay. So today I explained chapter practice question of chapter practice questions of all 5 chapter. Okay, MCQ like. So next video I will be explain next questions. Thank you so much.